Hello, everyone. This is Angela Johnson Ayers. Thank you so much for joining me for today's podcast, October 8th, 2019. Can you believe that? It's already October. It's 2019. In a couple of weeks, it'll be Thanksgiving. I even read somewhere that they was counting down how many days before Christmas, and we have less than 100 days, almost less than 90 at this point before Christmas. So wow, time really does fly. And speaking of time really flying, I was thinking about myself being 48 years old, be 49 in April, and I started thinking about millennials. And the reason my mind started jumping to millennials is Cardi B has this song out, and I like the beat. When I work out, I like to listen to music. Two times I like to listen to music that's really ratchet. And one is when I'm exercising, and the other, I'll let you guess for yourself. But, and I'm not saying Cardi B is ratchet, but it's just certain music I just like to listen to when I'm doing two different things. But anyway, I started thinking about Cardi B and how she falls in the line as a millennial. And I started thinking about so many millennials today and how many of you all who fall between ages of 23 and 38 have so much going on. And I'm not in a good way. Like a lot of y'all are on your grind. You are searching for what am I supposed to be doing? How do I leave a positive imprint on this place called society? How can I impact the world? Many of you millennials are really big on social justice and philanthropy, and you're just really doing the doggone thing. Which made me think about how my own self, when I was between 23 and 38, how I was. So first, let me talk about in the 20s, okay? I went straight from high school to college. Shout out to Penn State, Nittany Lions for life. And then so I graduated in 93 with my bachelor's in political science. And then I went straight into graduate school, went to Gannon University. That was a 3-year master's program, and I graduated with my master's in 96. So let's see, how old was I? 18, 19, 21, 22, 23, 24. I was 25 with my master's degree, okay? And so then that's when I was like, okay, I was just anxious though. I was anxious to always get to the next point where I did not truly and fully enjoy the moment I was in. And that's my first point to you millennials today. I know many of you are on your grind. You're trying to get that bag, as some of you say. You're just trying to, whatever society tells you all should be doing. The drawback from what I see in that is many of you that's just what you're focused on. Society is telling you need to get all the money you can get, so that's all you're focused on. The society is telling you you have to have the sickest body out there, so that's all you focus on is your body. There has to be a balance, guys. And I have learned that now that I've gotten older, because for a while there, my vision, I was just so tunnel vision on. I need two things I was focused on. I need to get my career on point, and I need to be in a good relationship. And both of those things take time to acquire. So millennials, what is Angela saying to you? What I'm saying is I need you to pace yourself, okay? I'm not any race. And one of my favorite sports, it is the favorite of mine, is track and field. I love track and field. It's particularly track because it is an art to running. Their bodies, first of all, their bodies are like a piece of work in itself because they have to train, they have to get that body, and it's just beautiful to see. And especially, I love watching the women too. I prefer to watch the women run than the men. Maybe that's because I'm a female and subconsciously I'm living vicariously through these beautiful, disciplined runners. You understand? But anywho, you have to pace yourself. Any professional track runner will tell you you must pace yourself. If you start out too quick or too fast and your breathing is not right, that's detrimental to your finish, as well as if you don't start out quick enough. So millennials, I want you all to pace yourself. One way to really pace yourself is never compare yourself to someone else in a race. Do you understand? We all don't start at the same point. Some may have started with more money from their parents, more education, more opportunities. One person your age may have come from a very poor area where the educational system was a little different, and you may come from a richer area. Pace yourself. Don't move too quick and don't move too slow. get on that track, and I'm talking metaphorically. I'm not talking about the actual track, unless you want to run, then go on, take your butt out there and run. But I'm talking about the track called success. And while you're on it, you're breathing. When you run, you breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. And I believe when you breathe in and out, you're taking in what you need to take in, and you are releasing what you need to put out. And that's what I encourage you millennials to do. Not just millennials. If you're listening to this and you're my age or older, breathe in. Take the time. Carpe diem. It means seize the day. So we're too busy trying to just gain financial momentum, relational momentum, personal momentum, till we're not taking in what's around us. We're not taking in the relationships that we should take in, as far as with friendships. We're not taking in the opportunities to be an impactful person in someone else's life, and push out those things that we really don't need in our lives, or that aren't for us at the time. For me, especially in my 20s, I was so consumed with wanting to get married. And now I look back, I'm like, why was that even a rush? You know what I'm saying? Like, why was I obsessed? What was it in me lacking that all I wanted to do was I just wanted to be booed up and be married? Some of you all nowadays with millennials today, marriage is like the last thing on you all's plate, which is something else we'll address in another podcast. And many of you feel that way because you saw abusive relationships. It's just, you're buying into the lie that marriage is not for people, whatever it may be. But in relationships, you don't have to be in a rush. You'll know when you know that you've met the right person. And for me, jumping and rushing, wanting to be in relationships, that gave me the anxiety, which thus caused me to end up sleeping with people, countless amount of men who I didn't need to be doing that with. You know, just missing something within myself. You understand what I'm saying? So pace yourself in this thing called life. Another area where in my 20s I noticed is that I was like too hard on myself. I was looking for perfection, and I never allowed room for growth and mistakes. And this is a part of life. You learn, or you should learn from your failures. Don't be afraid to fail. And I really don't like to use the word fail, because even though you do something and does not measure up to what you wanted or hoped it would be, that's not a fail. That's another opportunity for you to learn from. So let's say you didn't get that job, or you didn't get accepted into the law firm, or in a law school or medical school, or whatever your aspirations are, or that relationship didn't pan out, or you didn't get the promotion you thought you should get. Whatever it is, you have to continue to see that it's not a reflection of you. And even if it is a reflection of you, that's the good thing about mistakes or quote unquote failures. It's an opportunity for you to look at yourself and say, okay, what is it in me that needs to be changed or tweaked or altered? Maybe it was me. See, I'm not one of those people who are always going to pat you on your back and I'm going to say to you, it's not you, baby, it's them. No, boo, it could be you. Yeah, for sure, it could be you. If every job you go to, you're always getting fired, or you always have conflict with someone, trust me, you're listening to Angela, Auntie Angela, okay? Millennials, listen to Big Mama and Angie, okay? And by the way, side note, I am not offended if you call me Auntie. I know in many parts of Africa and the West Indies and other places, if they call you Auntie or Mommy, that's a term of endearment. So I don't care if you call me Mommy or Auntie. Listen to me, okay? If wherever you go, there's always conflict. If wherever you go, you're always getting fired from a job, or you can't maintain relationships with people, and I'm talking about friendships, it's not them, it's you. I want you to sit in that for a second. I'm going to shut up for 2 seconds. Okay, you hear that? It's you, boo. I'm sorry. In this world, people don't want to be around anyone who... Let me tell you how to be a successful interviewer. You must know how people are. One thing about people, and you must know this, people are innately self-centered. So when people ask you, how you doing today? 9.5% of the time, those people really don't care. Because if they really did, and they followed up, if they asked you, hey, how are you doing today? And you said, oh, I'm all right. I had better days. If they really care, they'd be like, well, my goodness, come on, let's sit and talk about it. What's going on? But most time they say, oh, it's going to be all right, and keep moving forward. When you're in an interview, okay, when you're out here getting these jobs, listen to Auntie Angie. People don't really care about you. They want to know what you can do for their business, what you can do for their company. Yes, beauty may get you in the door, sex appeal may get you in the door, charisma may get you in the door, nepotism may get you in the door. But when you're in front of Mr. Joe or Susie interviewer, they want to know what you can do for them. I have learned that to the point where that's why I am an excellent interviewer, because I know how to flip an interview so good till I end up interviewing the interviewer. You understand? People love, another thing I need you to understand about people love to talk about themselves. If you ever want to gain favor with someone, and I mean, do this in a sincere way. Don't just blow smoke up someone's butt or piss on them and tell them it's rain. People know when you are sincere in your accolades. But when you really have a sincere interest in people, they can feel that, okay? So on your jobs, and you're always beefing with someone, and you're like, well, so-and-so, women are always jealous of me, or men always hating on me. No, boo, it's you. And once you grasp that and understand two important things about most people are self-centered by nature, and most people just want to know what you can do for them and or their company and or their brand that will help you in life. So another area where when I was in my 20s and 30s, really should have been more focused was financially. I did not know what a lot of you all know now, as far as with the investing and savings and just being more diligent in that. I didn't. And I had a poverty mentality growing up in a house with 8 people. Yes, we went to great schools, but we didn't have a lot of money growing up. You understand? I didn't have bank accounts and having to every, Friday deposit money or this and that or whatever. I didn't grow up with that mentality. And so that carried on into my adult years. So what I encourage you millennials today is, yes, try to, as you all say, get that bag, but don't let that be your driving force. Do like a track runner. Breathe in, breathe out on this race called adulthood. Pace yourself. Don't start out the gate too quick, and don't start out too slow, because you will eventually give out of speed. You will give out of the energy and the fortitude, and you'll get discouraged very quickly. And next thing you know, you find yourself wanting to quit. The last area that in my 20s and 30s that I really wish I would have focused more on was my body. Getting my body in shape, not being obsessed with it where I'm just like, a gym rat. That's all I do, but just really focusing on getting as healthy as I could. So I hope that Auntie Angie, whatever you want to call me, have left you millennials some jewels. I'm trying not to make these podcasts too long, and but I just want you to come back to the next one, because I'm going to be talking about more pointers and things that I learned about myself when I was between the ages of 23 and 38. Look, you all continue to be blessed. Again, my name is Angela Johnson Ayers, and you can find me. My website is angelajohnsonayers.com, angelajohnsonayers.com, or you can find me on YouTube and my Confessions of Mine. Talk to you soon. Be blessed. Adios.